And I don't think people will actually dox you online. I don't think they will. I think it's a threat.
Threats are bad though, right?
I mean, yeah, but I don't think they'll actually do it.
As the school year is starting, there's been some controversy over the summer. There are some tweets put out that have some people talking in the news directed at incoming freshmen like yourself. It said, hey, UT class of 23, do you want to be famous? If you join Young Conservatives of Texas or Turning Point USA, which are both conservative groups, you just might be. Your name and more could end up online. So essentially the group is saying, if you join a conservative club on campus, we're going to publish your address, your phone number online. What's your take on it?
Not cool with doxing. Seems like a low blow to just call somebody out for what their opinion is.
I'm not conservative. I'm actually quite liberal, but I don't think that's cool to like sort of threaten people.
I think it's against freedom.
I don't approve of it because it's like you're just hindering people to join what they want to join, and that's like not part of the Austin experience, right? You go to college to find yourself, and you should be able to find yourself joining whatever.
Well, as like a freshman, I'm really nervous about meeting people and being a part of clubs, and a big part of that is being like, oh, these clubs can be open and friendly towards me, and the fact that one of them is posting, oh, if you go to this club, we're gonna start hating on you, posting articles is ridiculous. It makes me want to be as far away from that club as possible.
That's really scary and intimidating. I mean, UT is obviously a really liberal school, so like, gotta take that into account.
Just like are gonna do their own things.
I definitely think it's never appropriate to share anyone's personal information that could be an act of violence.
That would concern me because I wouldn't want my information online. I wouldn't want anyone to get that information.
Something like that shouldn't happen in UT because it's like such an open culture over here.
And I don't think people will actually dox you online. I don't think they will. I think it's a threat.
Threats are bad though, right?
I mean, yeah, but I don't think they'll actually do it.
As a rising freshman, is it concerning at all when you see stuff like this and kind of threats being made?
I mean, yeah, it is a little concerning. Like, I have my political views, but I would never like use that to threaten anyone.
I think they would become a little more reserved in joining groups and then become more cautious about it, maybe a little more nervous.
I can imagine that it would make people feel pretty uncomfortable.
You know, if they hear that there might be, you know, bad outcome in joining these groups, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. You know, they would just stay away.
And do you think that's healthy for campus?
No, to a certain extent it's not, because you're not allowing the students to go out and express themselves.
Is there any concern that this could create a negative culture on campus?
I definitely think so.
Do you think that's bad for the general campus culture and environment when people are worried about expressing certain views for fear of backlash?
Absolutely, yeah. This is a great school. You should be able to express your views as a whole, whether you're conservative or super liberal or anything, and not have to worry about your personal information being put out there.
Being conservative is not at all like a bad thing completely. Like, even if you have some radical ideas, they have to respect your person and your own identity, and this is a free university, so you can do whatever you want and think whatever you want.
I think, yeah, at least in Austin, because of, like you said, because of the culture around, so it's like more we have liberal students around, so it would be hard to like express our views, I think.
There's a professor here on campus that was in a little bit of hot water on Twitter. He tweeted, quote, "Trump is a Nazi. At this point, you are too if you still support him." He went on to say that Republicans are the party of ethnic cleansing. What's your take on a professor here at UT Austin tweeting that?
It's very professional. That's a bit too extreme, I feel. I mean, that's a very extreme view, so...
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I think that maybe he would just need to research a little bit more on that.
I have never supported Donald Trump. I still don't. I'm quite active against him. But, you know, yeah, there should be an air of professionalism when it comes to being a professor.
I don't think that they should tweet things like that, like, and make like their students feel uncomfortable. Like, I just think they should stay neutral.
I definitely think that putting stuff out there is kind of like stuff like that makes you kind of seem not necessarily like the most intelligent person, because I mean it's Twitter and it just kind of makes you seem like you're acting kind of immature, I guess.
Sure, he has a responsibility to use his free speech wisely, but I'm not even sure I would say that he's in the wrong for having done so, frankly.
Got it.
That's my opinion on the matter.
And what about for the students that go to class that are conservative and they say, my professor thinks I'm a Nazi? Do you think that's a negative thing?
Now, I do hear what conservatives mean when they say that campuses can be less of a welcoming place for conservatives to be. I can see their point. I may not particularly agree with their political opinions or their take on the matter, but I can see why that would be more difficult for them than it would be for a student with liberal opinions.
That could be a little bit concerning for students.
He's supposed to be a leader and an authority in the classroom, so it will impact the students' attitude with him.
If you were a conservative student in that class, would you feel uncomfortable at all knowing your professor thought you were a Nazi?
I would. If I was a conservative student, I would.
It does create like a really weird atmosphere knowing how your professor feels.
If you were a conservative student in his class, would you feel a little weird knowing he thought you were a Nazi?
Yeah, I wouldn't feel free to express myself, and I don't know, like I will feel strange.
I think that's a perfectly fine tweet. It doesn't bother me at all.
Personally, I would just show up to the class and get the educational background that I'm there to get and just kind of suck it up. But
Oh, well, hello there. I'm Cabot Phillips with Campus Reform. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to join our team, we're always looking for new investigators, correspondents, and tipsters. Click right here to learn more about that. If you want to donate to help us make more videos like the one you just saw, click that button there. And if you want to be among the first person to see all of our new content, click that subscribe button right over there. Thanks so much. Hey, I didn't hear you click anything. Did they click one yet?